Silent footsteps.
Is she just being friendly, or is there something more? Understanding the subtle signs of attraction can be difficult, especially when navigating the complexities of relationships. This video will analyze 4 key signs that may indicate a married woman is attracted to someone else. It's important to remember that this video is purely for informational purposes. We do not encourage you to take any action based on these observations, but rather to gain deeper insight into potentially complex behaviors. Respecting boundaries and avoiding assumptions is crucial. Let's explore these 4 potential signs, understanding that no single sign is definitive proof of attraction. They are merely pieces of a larger puzzle. Keycap 1: Body language and proximity, when emotions can't be hidden. Have you ever felt that a particular woman tends to get physically closer to you than necessary? In psychology, when someone is attracted to another person, they often unconsciously shorten the physical distance between them. This is not just a subconscious act, but also an instinctive reaction. So how do you recognize whether she is showing special interest? Pay attention to these signs. Sign 1: lingering eye contact. Eyes. The eyes are the mirror of emotions, and when a woman is interested in you, her gaze will reveal everything. White heavy check mark: does she frequently hold eye contact with you longer than usual? White heavy check mark: when your eyes meet, does she quickly look away but then glance at you again? White heavy check mark: do her pupils dilate when talking to you? This is a physiological response when someone is attracted. Test tip: while talking, try holding eye contact for a few seconds. If she doesn't look away or smiles shyly, she may actually feel attracted to you. Sign 2: she finds ways to physically touch you. Unintentional physical contact is one of the clearest indicators of attraction. White heavy check mark: does she lightly touch your hand while laughing? White heavy check mark: does she accidentally lean close to you when standing nearby? White heavy check mark: does she use excuses like fixing your collar or brushing off lint to touch you? Important note: if she touches you but does not seem uncomfortable when you lightly reciprocate, this could be a sign she has feelings for you. Test tip: try a small action, like lightly touching her hand when handing her something, and observe her reaction. If she doesn't pull away immediately or reacts positively, that's a good signal. Sign 3: she leans toward you during conversation. Speed balloon. Have you ever noticed that when a woman is interested in someone, she naturally leans in closer while talking? Key indicators. White heavy check mark: does she lean toward you during conversations? White heavy check mark: does she unconsciously mirror your gestures? For example, if you place your hand on your chin, does she do the same? White heavy check mark: if you slightly move backward, does she move forward to maintain the distance? Test tip: during a conversation, slightly lean back. If she unconsciously leans toward you more, she may actually be drawn to you. Body language doesn't lie. Women can try to hide their feelings with words, but their body language will always reveal the truth. If you notice several of these signs appearing together, she might be showing a special interest in you. Keycap 2: increased attention and interaction, when a woman wants to connect with you. Do you feel like she always finds ways to talk to you and asks about your life more than usual? When a woman is genuinely interested in someone, she will take the initiative to build a connection. This isn't just simple curiosity, it's her way of creating closeness and intimacy. So how can you tell if she is truly interested in you rather than just being polite? Let's uncover these key signs. Sign 1: she remembers small details about you. Memo. Have you ever been surprised that she remembers things you didn't expect anyone to notice? White heavy check mark: does she remember your favorite movies, foods, or even your coffee preference? White heavy check mark: does she bring up stories you told her a long time ago? White heavy check mark: does she ask about important events in your life, like a big meeting, a game you love, or your weekend plans? Why is this important? Someone who is just being polite wouldn't necessarily remember such small details. But if she does, it means you hold a special place in her mind. Test tip: next time, mention a small detail about your preferences. If she brings it up later or shows interest in it, she's paying close attention to you. Sign 2: she initiates conversations. Speed balloon. Women typically don't initiate conversations or text first unless they are genuinely interested in someone. White heavy check mark: does she frequently message you first, even when there's no specific reason? White heavy check mark. Does she try to extend conversations by asking more questions instead of giving short answers? White heavy check mark. When the conversation is about to end, does she find ways to keep it going? Why is this important? Someone who is just being polite will reply to your messages, but someone who truly cares will want to keep the conversation alive. Test tip: try not texting her for a while. If she reaches out to you, that's a strong signal. Sign 3. She cares about your feelings. Red heart. Do you feel like she doesn't just engage in small talk, but genuinely cares about how you feel? White heavy check mark. Does she ask if you're okay, especially when you seem tired or down? White heavy check mark. Does she show strong empathy and listen carefully when you share problems or stress? White heavy check mark. Does she give sincere advice rather than just offering generic words of comfort? Why is this important? Someone who is merely polite might ask, "Are you okay?" but not deeply care. Someone who truly has feelings for you will notice even slight changes in your mood and will genuinely want to help. Test tip: next time you feel stressed or tired, see if she notices and asks about it. If she truly cares about your emotions, she may have a special interest in you. Sign 4. She creates opportunities to be around you. House with Arden. Have you noticed that she always seems to find ways to be near you, even when unnecessary? White heavy check mark. Does she frequently show up where you are, even when there's no clear reason? White heavy check mark. Does she always arrange to attend events or gatherings where you'll be present? White heavy check mark. When given a choice, does she sit close to you or find ways to have private conversations? Why is this important? If a woman consistently finds ways to be around you, she is likely creating opportunities for more interaction. Some women may be shy about expressing feelings directly, but they will still try to create conditions for you to get closer to them. Test tip: try changing your usual habits or position in group settings. If she still finds a way to be near you, it's probably not a coincidence. When a woman is interested, she will always find ways to be near you. A woman who truly likes you will not be able to hide her interest. If you notice more than 2 to 3 of these signs, there's a high chance she has special feelings for you. Bell, don't forget. White heavy check mark. Like this video if you found it helpful. White heavy check mark. Subscribe to our channel for more insightful content about psychology and personal development. White heavy check mark. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our latest videos. Keycap 3 changes in behavior around husband. Signs that carry deeper meanings. Have you noticed that she behaves differently when her husband is around? Small changes in attitude, body language, and communication can reveal a lot about her true emotions. When a woman starts developing special feelings for someone, she may react in different ways when she is with her husband. Some may become distant, while others might intentionally show more affection towards their husband to hide their true emotions. So, how can you recognize these signs? Let's analyze them in more detail. Sign number 1, becoming distant or less natural with her husband. Have you noticed that she interacts less with her husband when you are around? Rarely touches her husband or avoids affectionate gestures like holding hands, hugging, or kissing. Becomes reserved, speaks less, or appears tense when near her husband. Avoids mentioning her husband in conversations or deliberately steers away from topics related to marriage. Light bulb, why is this important? If a woman is feeling an attraction towards you, she may unconsciously create distance from her husband when you are present. She might feel awkward or guilty about the conflicting emotions she's experiencing. Detective observation tip: pay attention to how she interacts with her husband before and after you arrive. If there is a noticeable change, she might have special feelings for you. Sign number 2, intentionally showing affection to her husband when you're there. Sometimes, instead of distancing herself, some women display excessive affection towards their husband when you're around. She deliberately engages in intimate gestures like hugging, holding hands, or speaking sweetly to her husband when you're there. She emphasizes how happy her marriage is in an unnatural way, as if trying to convince someone or herself. She glances at you after showing affection to her husband, as if gauging your reaction. Light bulb, why is this important? Some women, when feeling attracted to someone else, will do the opposite, displaying affection towards their husband to conceal their real emotions. This could be a subconscious or deliberate action to hide confusion or inner conflict. Detective observation tip: If she acts overly affectionate with her husband when you're there, but doesn't do so when you're not, she might be trying to suppress or mask her true feelings. Sign number 3. Her eyes and body language don't match her words. Have you ever noticed that sometimes her words and her eyes don't align? She smiles at her husband, but her eyes seem distant or not genuinely happy. When her husband is speaking, she appears distracted or absent-minded, especially if you're present. She accidentally glances at you even while interacting with her husband. Light bulb, why is this important? No matter how much a woman tries to hide her emotions, her body language often reveals the truth. Eyes rarely lie. If you catch her stealing glances at you multiple times, she might be thinking beyond just a casual friendship. Detective observation tip. If she's smiling at her husband, but her gaze seems distant or thoughtful, it may indicate that her mind is elsewhere. Sign number 4. Avoiding mentioning her husband when talking to you. Another key sign is whether she frequently brings up her husband when talking to you. She rarely mentions her husband in personal conversations. If someone else mentions her husband, she diverts the topic or avoids discussing him. She shares personal aspects of her life, but never clearly talks about her husband. Light bulb, why is this important? If she no longer feels comfortable talking about her husband with you, she might be consciously creating a psychological distance between him and her personal life. Some women, when attracted to someone else, unconsciously push the image of their husband out of conversations as a way to maintain their emotional connection with the other person. Detective observation tip. If you bring up her husband and she seems uninterested or avoids the topic, it could indicate mixed emotions. Changing behavior around husband, a key sign to notice. Not all changes in behavior with a husband indicate attraction to someone else. However, if you notice 2 or more of these signs, there is a high possibility that she feels something different when around you. Keycap 4 hidden signs in subtle flirting. Is there a secret attraction? Do you feel like she is crossing the boundary of a simple friendship? Subtle gestures, lingering eye contact, or seemingly ordinary words that carry deeper meanings? Flirting can be ambiguous, but when it happens in a unique context, such as between you and a married woman, it may hold even deeper significance. Let's analyze the subtle signs of flirting to better understand the emotions behind these actions. Sign number 1. She teases you in a playful and charming way. Do you notice that she often playfully teases you? She jokes with you, but there's something more intimate in her tone. Her teasing often comes with a special smile or a mischievous glance. She engages enthusiastically when you tease her back, keeping the conversation going. Light bulb, why is this important? Teasing is a common way to flirt. It creates a fun, engaging interaction and strengthens the connection. If she only teases you this way or shows favoritism in how she jokes with you, she may be building a special bond. Detective observation tip. See if she teases you in a way that she doesn't with others. If so, she likely feels a unique connection with you. Sign number 2. She holds eye contact longer than normal. The eyes are the window to the soul, and often the most powerful tool for flirting. She maintains eye contact with you longer than usual during conversations. When you catch her looking at you, she hesitates instead of quickly looking away. Occasionally, she accidentally glances at you when no one else is looking. Light bulb, why is this important? Extended eye contact often signals a special attraction. When someone feels connected to another person, they unconsciously hold their gaze longer. If she frequently steals glances but quickly looks away when caught, she might be trying to hide her true feelings. Detective observation tip. Try holding her gaze for a moment when you notice her looking at you. If she smiles or seems slightly shy, she may have deeper emotions for you. Sign number 3. She finds ways to be alone with you. Have you noticed that she often creates opportunities for just the 2 of you? She initiates private conversations away from the group. She lingers longer when you're about to leave, as if reluctant to end the interaction. She coincidentally runs into you in places where not many people are around. Light bulb, why is this important? If a woman isn't interested, she won't go out of her way to create one-on-one time with you. If she consistently finds ways to extend her time with you, it could be a strong indication of deeper feelings. Detective observation tip. If she frequently tries to prolong conversations with just the two of you, this could be a significant flirting signal. Sign number 4, her energy and emotions shift when she's around you. Have you ever noticed that she seems more energetic when you're around? She becomes more talkative, expressive, or lively when you arrive. Her tone and manner of speaking to you feel different, more cheerful, relaxed, or enthusiastic. Her voice may change, becoming softer or slightly higher when speaking to you. Light bulb, why is this important? When a woman is excited about someone, her body naturally reacts with increased energy and enthusiasm. Her emotional state around you can reveal how much she enjoys your presence. Detective observation tip. If she lights up or becomes more animated when talking to you, she may feel a genuine attraction. Police car light final warning. Don't jump to conclusions based on just a few signs. Observe the full picture to avoid misunderstandings. Respect boundaries. If you sense attraction from a married woman, act wisely to avoid hurting anyone. Have you ever noticed these signs? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Down arrow. Bell, don't forget. Thumbs up like if you found this useful. Speech balloon, comment your experiences. White heavy check mark, subscribe for more insights on psychology and relationships.
Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to receive more advice on love and relationships in the future. Don't forget to share this video with your friends so they can recognize these signs too.